Hey guys, Dr. Prometheus here. This is going to be our week 1 preview going up against the Packers at home. But first, we're going to look at our week 1 starting roster. We did go through our experience upgrades, so we'll look at everyone up and look at our final roster as well. So, it'll be Cutler starting at QB, Hackenberg behind him. Simeon is injured, so we'll hold Sylvester Blank as the third quarterback. Over at halfback, Langford will be starting. George will be transitioning between the second and third running back. Christine Michael is on the IR, and Jordan Howard will be also that power back behind the other two. Now, we're only going with 3 backs right now. We may pull Christine Michael off the IR when he is ready to come off. I think it's week 6. So he'll be eligible to come in after a week 8. And we do have our bye week in week 9. Fullback, Paul Lasaki, same as normal. He's a pretty decent fullback, so I like him. For receiver, Alshon Jeffrey, Kevin White, Kenny Stills, Marquise Wilson, Cameron Meredith, Hakeem Grant, Daniel Braverman, who's also injured, and Deontay Thompson. Deontay Thompson was pretty much kept in the roster because of the injury to Daniel Braverman. So we do need an extra receiver, although that'll hold us to 8 receivers active. Actually 7 active and 1 injured. Tight end, Tyrone Harkey is now a 78. Jace Amaro will be starting mostly because of the catching ability at an 83. Harkey is still getting his catching up. He is a 68 right now. And the rookie Brent Casa, he's a blocking tight end, but we will see him out there in some of the speed roles if we have any injuries as well. Left tackle will be Evan Roy. Lippett is on the practice squad. Left guard will be Cody Whitehair. Center will be Horns Grasal. Kyle Long will be the right guard. And the right tackle will be rookie Casey Day. Did pretty decent in the last game, rookie out of Arkansas. And his strength 78, pass block is 76, run block 84, impact block is 84, injury 89. So, I mean, he is a decent player. He was undrafted. So, I mean, he will be a guy we roll with. We're having issues at the right tackle position, so we're going to pretty much transition, see what happens. Go to the left end, Hakeem Hicks, starting there, and the rookie out of Penn, Demarius Melton. Over on right end, Torrey Fontenot, the second-year player out of Virginia. We have Jonathan Bullard and Ego Ferguson. Defensive tackle, pretty much our nose tackle position, Eddie Goldman and Jacoby Lindrum. Left linebacker, Pernell McPhee and Colin Stanton. Middle linebacker, Dane Trevathan, Wayne Lentz, Nick Katawaski, and Kaysen Celestin. Now, Kaysen Celestin is a rookie out of Rutgers. I believe he was not picked up in the draft. Actually, he was. He was drafted in the 6th round, 4th pick in that round in 2018. So he was picked by the 49ers. I did like his speed for a middle linebacker. 86, can stay with some of the faster tight ends, has some of the height. We're looking at 6'2", decent hip power. His tackle, 80. Has a little block shedding, but just needs to pull up his play rack, his pursuit, some of his coverage skills as well. Needs some work. Man coverage 61, power moves 73 is all right. Strength 72, toughness, stamina, jumping is pretty good. So I mean, he's an intriguing guy. Good high motor. He's in the top 82% of linebackers in the league, so he's a guy that we pulled in. He will be on our roster the entire year in case we have an injury we at least have some depth here. We did trade Freeman, and Christian Jones. So we'll be going with Celestin as the fourth middle linebacker. Over on the right side, Leonard Floyd and Marcus Wiggins, 3 sacks in the Super Bowl. Just putting it out there. But Floyd, though, is doing pretty good. So it looks like Wiggins is going to be probably transitioning more in and out with McPhee than Floyd, but we'll see what happens this season. Over on corner, Kyle Fuller, Dominic Macklin, Bryce Callahan, DeAndre Hall, Tracy Porter, and Jalen Mills, who was actually cut by the Rams. Took a look at him, second-year guy. We like some of his speed, his cover skills. He's more of a zone guy, and as you can see here, we're kind of lacking in zone after Callahan. So if we get some injuries with our starters, say Fuller and Macklin, who I am going to start Macklin. I'm going to explain what we're going to do there. But say if Callahan goes down, all we have is Hall. If Hall goes down, we don't have any legit guys that can play the slot other than these two right here. And we play a lot of DB heavy sets. So what we're going to do with our DBs. Fuller's going to start, obviously, as number 1. Number 2 is going to be Macklin. Our number 3 is going to be Bryce Callahan. We do a lot of 2 safety sets. Now, actually, Bush is not injured. We could play that, but I do like... Well, that's even more intriguing. Bush isn't injured. We're going to play Tracy Porter in his zone defense, essentially. I didn't like some of the things that Macklin has done, but we're going to start Tracy Porter. So if we get another injury with Bush, I thought he was actually still injured. We're going to transition to what I was going to do. But as of right now, we'll go Fuller, Porter, Callahan, Macklin, Hall, and Mills. Free safety, of course, Amos, Houston Carson behind him, and Culver, and then Jones Quartet and Deion Bush. Kicker will be Robbie Gould. Punter will be Pat O'Donnell. Here's our picks so far. We got our first round pick. We have 3 second round picks this season, in this offseason. We got 2 third rounds, 3 fourth rounds, 3 fifth rounds, 3 sixth rounds, and a 7th. Next year, we got a first round, 3 seconds, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. So on the practice squad, Martez Bannister having issues pretty much closing and making a tackle. Brendan Hardwig, we're going to put him on the practice squad. He will be our eventual successor to Robbie Gould if he retires this offseason. Michael Treyrick, I need a player to come in and pretty much fill a spot on a practice squad, and I want that to be a running back. Josh Neugen, did draft him, decent center. Mr. Relevant this past offseason, or this past draft, Russell Thorne, pretty decent, has the tangibles like Cameron Meredith. I think he has better hands, but we're just going to stick him on the practice squad because we can use him there. We can use him in the future. Jeffrey Archer, a little bit of an issue in pass protection. Jonathan Gunn, just not the pass rush I was looking for so far. We'll get him up to speed with the defense. Cameron Waddle's very intriguing. We put him on the practice squad one more season. This is a guy whose coverage is amazing. He just needs more development in his play rec. He has decent speed. Acceleration could use a little bit more work, but it's up there. Good press. The guy is a corner that just needs a little work in his awareness and play rec. His tackling is the biggest issue I see. Him playing as a in the box corner or nickel or dime corner just is not going to do much of anything. It's not liking it. So we'll put him on the practice squad for one more year. Leroy Drew was another guy we took on a flyer. Good speed, good acceleration, agility. Just needs his coverage to come up, and that's what we'll work on with him, the practice squad. And Jordan Pennell. Pennell has some good instincts. I wouldn't doubt that someone picks him up off our practice squad. But the thing is, the computer managers look at overall more than anything. And with this intangibles, they don't, like, they're pretty high. The thing is, his other ratings aren't. So, like, his play rec, his awareness, his coverages are decent. But some of those things, like his play rec and awareness, really bring down his overall. So he's in the top 86 of middle linebackers. Just the thing is, he doesn't look that way because of his awareness. So we'll have to get him up to speed. And then that will be our practice squad and roster. Now, one of the things this season is we have a lot of players, a lot of key players need to be re-signed. So looking at it, and looking at what they're projected to want. Adrian Amos, 25 years old, 83 overall, good speed, good zone coverage. He pretty much anchors that secondary at the safety position. Fast guy, really like him, plays in the box. He's looking for a 4-year deal worth $22 million. Kevin White is looking for a contract. I really like Kevin White with that catching. He's looking for a 3-year deal, $14 million. I'm looking for something around the ballpark of about $5 million a year. Over here, Amos is looking for somewhere in the ballpark of about $5.5 million a year. Eddie Goldman, decent strength, tackle, block shedding. The biggest thing is power moves. I mean, he is a guy I really do like. He's not going to make a bunch of stunning plays, but he does make some impact. He's looking for a 4-year, 22.2, so that's another $5.5 million deal. Langford's looking for something, and this is one of the guys that we did draft. We drafted Dillon George because Langford's going into a contract year. I really like Langford's speed, acceleration, his carrying. He has, I believe his catching is pretty decent out of, at least his rating isn't decent, but he does catch the ball fairly well in games. But his spin move, stiff arm, he's really a back that's really fast. And if we have to, we can go with another back. But the thing is, he's only looking for 3-year deal, $13.4 million. He's looking for about $4.5 million deal, so it's not a lot of money. Robbie Gould is looking for more money. He's looking for a $2.5 million or $2.53 million deal. Bryce Callahan, our nickel corner, 26 years old, good speed, good man coverage, and we're playing a lot of man in our defense. So he's looking for a 3-year, $10 million deal. It's about $3.5 million, or about $3.2 million a year. We can do that. Nick Katawaski, he is our third middle linebacker. He did play in the playoffs last year, and he helped to get us to the playoffs. He's looking for a $1.28 million deal. It's not too bad. Honus Grisau is looking for a $2.07 or $2.07 million over 2 years, or a year over 2 years. He's 27. I mean, I like him. Your center really isn't doing a lot of blocking, and if he's doing that, he's doing it double teaming with one of the guards, so it's not that big of an issue. But his speed is one of the things I really like at the center position. 71 speed is able to go into the secondary, is impact blocking is pretty decent, so trying to get his other blocking up isn't that difficult. Cameron Meredith. Now this is something I have no idea if I'm going to sign. So you got Cameron Meredith coming in. He's a reserve receiver. Christian Hackenberg, I don't know. We'll have to see. Keem Grant, do like him as a returner. So he's looking for a 5.14 over 2 years. Tracy Porter, we'll have to evaluate it. Looking for 1.56. He may end up retire. And Trevor Siemian. So we're definitely going to have to look for another quarterback, really. We do have Blake. So we have a lot of contract year guys coming in. Grissal is our starting center. Bryce Callahan is our starting nickelback. We play a lot of 3 DBs, or a 3 corner. Jeremy Langford, our starting running back. Kevin White, our number 2 receiver. Eddie Goldman, our our nose tackle. Adrian Amos, our starting free safety. So we have a lot of starters coming in here. So it's going to be something very, very difficult. So let's look at the injury report for both teams, and we'll go into this. So we're out without Simeon, Braverman, and Christine Michael. So no starters for us. Let's look at the Packers. David Bakhtiari is out. Jake Wine, the middle linebacker. Marvin Evans, reserve free safety. And Zach Allred is out, reserve center. So let's look at their roster so far. I did crank down injuries a couple ticks. It's at 52 right now. It was at 55. So we shouldn't be getting crazy injuries, but we'll be getting injuries for all teams. So going into the roster, Aaron Rodgers will be starting at quarterback, obviously. At halfback, it's going to be Eddie Lacy. Fullback, Aaron Ripkowski. At receiver, Randall Cobb. Ty Montgomery there, Tajay Sharp. Mac McWilliams, Richard Rodgers, Bradley Decker. Left tackle, it's going to be Jason Spriggs. They drafted him last year. Josh Sitton. Zach Fulton. TJ Lang. Brian Beluga. Yeah, it's going to be Brian Beluga starting there. Clay Matthews. Remember, they did transition to a 4-3. So Deontay Jones is backing up Clay Matthews. From the right side, be Mac Daniels. Defensive tackle, Kenny Clark. Kirkland Mixon, who they did draft. And he looks like a stellar guy at LSU. He'll be playing for a long time in this league, only 21. He looks good. Over on the linebacker, Philip Britton on the left side. Another good draft pick from last year. Good speed at 87. Sam Barrington. Here's Christian Jones. Ryan's down here. And let's see, Matt Judon will be on the right side. I'm pretty sure they're in still a 4-3. But typically teams that are in a 4-3 don't carry 4 middle linebackers, so we'll have to see. Over at cornerback, we did Demarius Randall, Quentin Rollins. They did pick up Jason McCourty, who was cut from the Titans. Jawan McDuffie and Alex Clinksale. So, Jason McCourty still has a lot left in the tank. 87 speeds, going to be playing that slot. I believe his zone coverage is still pretty up there. Yeah, 78. So he's going to be a guy using his awareness to get around the field. Free safety, haha, Clinton Dix. Strong safety will be Morgan Burnett. So this isn't going to be an easy game for us by any means. So I will see you when we go to Chicago for week 1 to go up against the Green Bay Packers. Later, guys.